Yesterday I was watching the People's Guild podcast. Actually, it was not the podcast. They were doing their battle royale, and a topic came up which I found interesting. It was about Grimbardun Smith and Avina, and I decided to play a bit, do some calculations, and come up with ways to counter that play. And I'm gonna show you in this video how to counter Grimbardun Smith plus Avina with every single splinter. And at the end, I'll even show you how to kill it the fastest that I could come up with, which were in just 3 turns. So let's get started here. So here, that's the challenge. We have 12 mana, right? And the opponent is gonna play Avina Grimbardun Smith. And here in this slide is just some reference from like some weird interactions in the game, some how the mechanics work. I'm assuming you guys know how the damage is calculated when we're dealing with Void and Shield, but I'm just bringing attention here to topics number 3 and 4, which is that even though Grimbardun Smith have immunity, so minus HP from summoners still work, and Shatter also breaks its armor. So here are a few ideas, starting with Death. The first idea is we're just gonna outlast him. So if we can heal more than him, right, we're gonna win. And we have Windaku here, very meta card, which has 11 HP, right? And if you think, okay, Grimbardun has 10 HP, we have 11, we're gonna win. Well, not necessarily, because you're actually gonna draw. If you look at this table here real quick, these at 10 HP here would be Grimbardun Smith, and 11 HP here would be Windaku. And as you can see, they will both die at the same turn. So that doesn't work. But back about the minus HP here from the summoner, you can see that Grimbardun Smith would be at 1 HP here, while we would be at 2. So if you could reduce Grimbardun Smith HP by just 1, it would be enough for us to win the game. And we can do that with Thaddeus Brood. So Windaku plus Thaddeus, that's enough to win. And we have 2 mana left to build our team to counter the other teams that the opponent might throw around. Another option, very similar, is instead of reducing their HP, we can increase our Windaku HP by 1. We can do that with Ret, using a 3 mana summoner, which can be something like a Dhofar or even Waka. Right? So that would bring Windaku to 12 HP, and as you can see, he would be at 2 HP when Grimbardun Smith dies. That's leveraging not only 1 extra HP, but we would be healing by 4 each turn. Anyway, but let's assume we actually want to kill Grimbardun Smith, not just outlast him. Okay, so now we have a big challenge in front of us, because we need to go past his armor. So he has like 3 armor, and then we need to do 4 damage per turn, and that including the shield and void every single turn, because he has repair. So that's where the shatter would come in handy. So one team here would be, we have Weirding Warrior, which would shatter his armor, and then Soul Strangler would do 2 damage, and then Creepito 2 damage. So we have our 4 damage, and that's enough to beat him. Just pay attention as well about the speed and rarity here is important. So for example, Weird Warrior needs to attack first to shatter the armor, but he will both here They both have 3 speed, and because Reading War is an epic, it will attack first. And you might say like, okay, great, you can kill him, but like that's not like a really good team. You'll probably be destroyed by every other potential team that the opponent might throw, right? And that's true, and that's why we have some better counters. So for example, Life Sapper just by itself can kill Grimbardun Smith, right? Because he would gain 1 HP per turn, and you would have enough life to outlast the Grimbardun Smith. So see, we can build any team just using Life Sapper and using all the 9 mana left to counter what the opponent might throw at us. Okay, let's move on to Earth. Very similar here, but instead of Windaku, we could use either Cror or Pelacor Mercenary. And yeah, use Immortalis either to reduce the opponent's HP, or using Fernheart, or even Lux. Lux is probably better. It takes to use 1 mana, but it's probably has better synergy. Because like Fernheart and Pelacor Mercenary, for example, okay, you get in 1 HP, but that's it. With Lux, you also get speed and armor. But it's the same idea. You either bringing your healers to 12 HP or reducing their HP by 1. And similar strategy here. Instead of using Life Sapper, you can use something like Madcap Magnus actually, and yeah, and build the team around it. Another very interesting team idea is with Underboss Fabino. So we have Morphoid, a Venari Scout, and Uraeus with Fabino. So Uraeus would attack first, we give +2 attack here. So Uraeus would hit first with 5, that's 3 damage to the armor. The armor is gone, now we need to do 4 damage. Venari Scout with a +2 attack, so that's 5. It's gonna go 3 damage with, and Morphoid doing 2 divided by 2, that's 1, so 3 + 1, 4. We can also kill Grimbardun Smith, and it's a versatile enough team because of Fabino that we can beat a lot of the other teams that the opponent might throw at us with the poison, or adjusting the bonus attack here because we have 1 guy hitting the front, we have sneak, we have opportunity. So yeah, a lot of options. Moving on to fire, same idea about the heal, not gonna talk so much about that. Septic Slime with 12 HP, great. But now we have 2 more ideas, which is the Oppress and Death Blow. So for example, Chin Apprentice, just by itself, 4 damage times 2 divided by 2, that's 4. We don't need to worry about armor because it's magic damage. So Chin Apprentice by itself can take care of it, and we use the leftover mana to build our team around it. We can use Pyre Watcher as well. So it attacks with Oppress, that's enough damage to break the armor, and then Gobalano and Radiated Scorch, that's enough to do 4 damage. We can also kill him. Okay, Life, that's probably the most important summoner to talk about. The most important splinter to talk about, because, well, if they're playing Avina, we know Life is available, so we need to be able to counter with Life especially. And here we have a bunch of options. So starting with the coolest one, which is just a 3 mana summoner with Atwat that gets extra swag points. So yeah, and to be honest, that's also I think that's a good 12 mana team. Anyway, moving on, we also have Fulgin with Sankai and State Leech. That's also Sankai breaks the armor, 2 damage from Fulgin, 2 damage from State Leech, that's 4, we kill him. Or if you want to use all magic, also same thing, Time Mage, Dex Paragon, Spirit Hoarder, so 1 + 1 + 2. That's 4. We kill Grimbardun Smith as well. Last, we can even use Avina to our advantage. So, for example, we could go red and Stitch Leech. So red is gonna attack first because it's ranged at the same speed as Stitch Leech. So red shatters the armor. Stitch Leech, it doesn't even matter, like we're not gonna kill it, but we're gonna have enough HP, and Avina placing heal on our Stitch Leech would be enough to out heal Grimbardun Smith as well. So see, a lot of options here. Lastly, water, similar thing, just bacteria by itself. Lux with Sea Dog of 8. Or here, we could use Cetropod, Musa, Igor, but to be honest, like this is just like a common meta team. It could be red here instead of Musa. It could be anything. There are a lot of cards that do 3 damage, so there's so many options. I just chose this one just because they're kind of meta, but yeah, just need Musa or red to shatter the armor. But okay, now that you know how to counter every single splinter, I'll just leave this here for now. And yeah, that's a neutral. You can use with every single splinter as well. So again, no excuse. Should not beat Grimbardun Smith at low mana. Now, I took this challenge and decided almost just for fun, okay, what is the fastest that I can come up with to kill Grimbardun Smith? And I managed to build a team that can kill it in just 3 turns. And I'll show you now. But here's your warning. If you want to try it for yourself, just take that challenge. This is your warning to pause the video right now. And without further ado, here's what I come up with. So if you use Loblo Land, and so Cutter Breeze to shatter the armor, and now we can leverage Vampiric Blossom, which it has Oppress and Death Blow on the same card, so that would be 3 times 2, that's 6 times 2, that's 12 divided by 2, that's 6, right? So we can deal 6 damage to Grimbardun Smith. So Cutter Breeze shatters the armor, Vampiric Blossom hits by 6, so now he's at 4, heals by 3, he's at 7, second turn he gets hit by 6 again, he goes to 1, so we could almost do that in 2 turns. Right, the Fungus Fiend here, it wouldn't do much because it only do 1 damage. It's gonna get reduced by 0. But anyway, so he goes to 1. Third turn, he will be back at 4 because he healed by 3. But then Vampiric Blossom is gonna hit for 6 again. So Grimbardun Smith dead in 3 turns. And I just added like Vampiric Blossom level 6 here. It's not really relevant. It's just because in theory, because Avina has the tactic that gives the option either to heal or to increase the speed of any card, they could increase the speed from Vampiric Blossom because at max level they have it has 4 speed, so +2 would be at 6, so they will be at the same speed as Cutter Breeze, and then it would be very unlikely for them to kill in just 3 turns. So this is, it's almost, again, it's theoretical, no one is gonna play this, but yeah, this is the theoretical limit. Anyway, I enjoy making this video. I think it was a lot of fun coming up with all these teams. I hope you guys learned a lot of ways to counter Grimbardun Smith. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.